gangster, 16 bars. That's real hip hop.
We try to tell people that Philly is a special breed. They hate to see us on top, they hate to see us on. They hate to see us come up, they hate we on. They hate the moves that we make because it's made to break them. We give them knowledge on tracks and hope our words can save them. I guess it's hard to give props when you know you lesser. So we right on your heels, I hope you feel the pressure. Rappers taking a roll, my shoes that never fit them. Before you come at a king, I let my soldiers get them.
So I'm not in love right now, and when I'm not in love, I don't want to see people who are. And they're everywhere. People are kissing all over the city. People are making out on the subway platforms. And I just want to push them into the tracks. And if it's true love, they'll get out. And if they don't get out, it wasn't meant to be. I was in a relationship for a while and we broke up, and my friend was like, you need to be alone now for a while, get to know yourself. It's good for you. So I've been doing that. I've been walking in the park by myself, taking myself out to dinner, just trying to get to know myself. And I am shocked. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so awesome.
We're now joined by the very funny and talented Miss Carmen Lynch. Carmen, welcome to Philly on the Rise.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You are welcome. You are welcome. How's life going for you up in the Big Apple?
Well, it's already cold, so winter is definitely here. And the shows are as crazy as ever. There's so many comedians in New York. You're just constantly running around, but that's also what makes it so fun.
Exactly. Fun.
Yeah, it's great.
Fun and exciting. We need a little bit of that in life. So you have been on The Last Comic Standing twice, and twice you were in the finals. How was those experiences for you?
I mean, wow, you're going way back now, because that's one of my very first credits. That was fun. And again, tons of comics mixed. Like back then, it was mostly LA and New York auditioning for those spots. But more recently, I did The Tonight Show and Letterman and Conan and The Late Show with Craig Ferguson. I have 2 comedy specials coming out, one in English and one in Spanish. The English one I taped here at the Comedy Cellar in New York City this summer. And I've been going to Spain a lot to do shows in Spanish, mostly in Barcelona, where my mother's from. But yeah, all these shows have been insane. Everything is packed now. Everybody loves stand-up comedy, and they want to get out of the house. It's been insane.
It's true. You have been all over the late night TV circuit, and your comedy has taken you from the United States to Spain and even Kuwait. What were you doing over there in Kuwait, and how was that experience?
Well, I do a lot of military tours. I just had one canceled, because of all the events going on abroad in the Middle East. But I've gone to Kuwait. I went to Greenland. I went to Iraq. It's been great performing for the troops as often as I can. And it's just a completely different experience from doing clubs here in New York and on the road. You just can't compare what the military is doing, and it's good to be able to perform and do shows for them.
Yes, I'm quite sure that is an honor for you. You know, you speak about you being bilingual, Spanish and English, and I'm quite sure that has helped your comedy. But tell us, do you find that a joke is a joke, or do you kind of have to change the subject matter for the audience, the culture that you're delivering to?
I mean, some jokes do not translate. I've had jokes that I thought would work in Spanish and they just don't. And vice versa. I've had jokes in Spanish and they don't translate to English, but most of them do. I mean, most of us humans do go through the same experiences with whether it's dating or marriage or kids or that kind of thing. So most jokes can get translated and work, which has been very helpful. Yeah, I think for me, the the challenge is always translating it in Spanish versus like Latino. Sometimes I do shows in Costa Rica, or I go to a Latino comedy festival, and it's not exactly the same vocabulary as I use in Spain. So, but that's been really fun because I've also been learning new words.
Understood, understood. You have a comedy album out. I Want to Dance and Don't Want the Money. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, Dance Like You Don't Need the Money was my first album, and Vertically Obese, because I'm 6 feet tall, I call myself vertically obese. That's my second album. They're both on Spotify and iTunes, and you can hear me on Sirius XM. So this third one that I'm doing that I just taped as a special is going to be on Mark Norman's YouTube channel on December 12th. It streams on December 12th. And so I'm very excited about that one. So that will be a new album, and that will be called Queef Week. I don't know if I can say that. Oh, I hope not. Well,
it's okay. Just say it one more time. Queef Week.
Queef Week.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't know what that is, definitely Google it. But besides that, if you all listen to it, it would be great. And I'm very excited because a lot of my favorite dark jokes are on that album, on that special. So definitely check it out.
Your podcast life, how is it? You had several going on at one point in time. How's your podcast life?
I have 2 podcasts, one in English called The Human Centipod on Sirius XM that I do with my boyfriend, John Reynolds. And we started that during the pandemic, and it's still going strong. And then I also have one in Spanish that is also on Spotify called Podría Ser Peor. If you don't know Spanish, then I won't bore you with the details, but it's a really fun Spanish podcast that I do with Luis Chatang, who's a big name from Venezuela. So yeah, these days you got to do everything. You have to do stand up and travel and podcasts and comedy specials. I mean, it's like every year there's more work to do for comedians.
Now, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm going to put you on the spot. Which do you enjoy more? Do you enjoy doing the podcast with your boyfriend or the fellow from Venezuela?
I mean, honestly, I love doing the one with my boyfriend. I'd say the one in Spanish, what I enjoy about it is that I get to practice so much Spanish. And I've had people who've known me for years tell me that my Spanish is getting better. And I completely attribute it to doing that podcast once a week now for over a year. It's like having a Spanish lesson every week. But the one with my boyfriend, we just like joke around, and it's so much fun because we do that all the time anyway. So why not record it and just have people listen? It's just been fun. We make fun of movies and the news and ourselves. It's a really fun one. It's called The Human Centipod. And again, it's on She's So Funny on Sirius XM.
I think you gave the right answer. I don't want to bring any drama to your household. I think answering it in that way was the best possible answer.
But it's true. I mean, we have a blast. Sometimes we forget we're even on a podcast. And then that's when we sometimes go, should we edit this out? Because this sounds way too personal.
You have been on the road for years pursuing your dream. And I'm quite sure as you have been out there, there have been some crazy experiences, some crazy stories that have happened to you. So give us one of those stories that you experienced.
Wow. I mean, there's always an adventure going on the road. I try to get booked in places that I've never been. I find it very exciting to visit new places. And I recently went to Alaska, and I had an old friend come with me. Usually I bring my boyfriend. He loves to come to shows and stuff. But this time I had an old friend come, and we went on a glacier hike, and she fell through the ice. She's fine, but she fell during the glacier hike. And yeah, it was one of those surreal experiences where you're like, I'm on a sheet of ice right now on a mountain, and this does not feel right. And then lo and behold, she falls through the ice, but she's okay. She did break her leg, but the helicopter had to come rescue her. And I was able to jump on the helicopter because I was like, I don't want to get back down through the ice. So it was definitely an adventure.
Now that is a crazy story. I was hoping to get something that's a little bit more funner, something a little bit more
Oh,
funnier. I mean, that
well, it
sounds
was
like a
fun until she
life-threatening.
fell.
That
It
was a
was fun.
life-threatening story.
And she's okay. But no, we did see bears in Alaska, and we saw moose. And so there was definitely a lot of fun on that trip.
Understood, understood. Early December 7th, you'll be in the Philly area, my hometown actually, up in Parks Casino, which is right outside of the Philly area. You've been to Philly before. Do you like cheesesteaks? Are you ready for one?
I do, but they're so filling. I can't. Can I just eat the part on the inside?
You just want to eat the meat, not the bread. Is that what it is?
Yes, I'm going to eat so much on Thanksgiving. It's my favorite holiday. So hopefully by December 7th, I can have one Philly cheesesteak.
I think we'll be able to squeeze that in for you. Not a problem. Tell us, what can the Philly audience expect from Carmen Lynch?
Well, I definitely have slightly dark humor and also very quirky. I think it's great. It's fun. Obviously, it's what I like to do. I've kind of moved away from just I don't know how to explain it, but it's just more, it's darker. It's darker humor and it's fun. So yeah, please come to Parks Casino December 7th. And Andrew Chavone is opening for me. He's a great comedian in New York City. And it's December 7th at 7:30. And I always post everything on Instagram. So at Carmen Comedian, if you want more details. And for any shows, please check out carmenlynch.com, because I've also posted the Parks Casino show ticket link there as well.
Well, Carmen, congratulations on all the success you've had to this point. I'm quite sure there's much more to come. We're looking forward to your show. Not hopefully, but there is.
There is, of course.
Yes,
I mean, yeah.
We're looking forward to your show early December, and we'll see you there.
Thank you so much. See you there.